Hi, my name is Wilman Ziada, and I'm a New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film, and I'm also a proud FENIX Global Artist Ambassador. Today, I'm so excited to be speaking with a friend of mine, the acclaimed Broadway actress and singer, the amazing concert artist, and also a star of TV and film. Her name, Avery Sommers. For more on Avery, you can read more about her right below this video. But in the meantime, here is a sneak peek at the incredible talent of Avery.
It's gonna happen sometime, maybe this time, maybe this time, I'll wait.
Well, hello, Avery. How are you?
I'm wonderful, absolutely wonderful, and thrilled to be here with you today.
Avery, you know, you hold a very special place in my heart as not only a performer, but as a friend.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I've got such stories and memories of you.
Well, the audience just got a little sneak peek of your amazing talent singing the Candor hit song, Maybe This Time, a song you actually recorded during the pandemic.
Yes, I did. I was with my musical director, Phil Hinton, here in South Florida, and we just decided that it was time to put that song down on record because I do it in my show, and it's always been a big hit. So
I love it. Well, speaking of a big hit, Ave, you have done it all. You starred on Broadway in Ain't Misbehavin', Chicago, Showboat, Platinum, toured the country in Chicago with the great Chita Rivera and the great Joel Grey.
Yes.
And you are a CARBONELL Award winner, which is South Florida's Tony Award. Traveling across the country, around the world, in concerts, theater, plus television, which we will get into in a moment, and film. I want to know, with all the theater that you've done, Ave, do you have any special experiences that come to mind?
You know, that's a wonderful question, and it's one that people ask all the time, and I have a short answer to that. It's really the show that I'm doing at the time. You know, it's the one that I'm doing at the time because I try to infuse and put all of myself in everything that I do. So some moments do stand out more than others, but everything that I've chosen to do or that I've been asked to audition for and I've booked has become my favorite, because working with the people that I'm working with is always the crux of everything that I do. I want to be there. I want to do my best, and we all get our best out of each other, as you know.
This is one of the things I love most about you, Avery. You are so in the moment. And not only, again, on a personal level, every time I'm with you, it's here. And every time I've seen you on stage, it's here. And, you know, but to ask, because we just witnessed you sing the beautiful Candor song, maybe this time from Cabaret, I'm curious about your time in Chicago. Obviously on Broadway, on the road, what playing Mama Morton was like for you?
Oh my God, it was wonderful. I did not know very much about the show prior to joining the company, but what made it wonderful is the musicians that I had the opportunity to work with. We were on the road for 18 months doing that show. So, you know, when you're sort of every day with the same people, you begin to understand those people. I began to understand the show and what Mama Morton meant and what she meant to me as a person, as a character that I developed. And I was nominated for a Los Angeles Ovation Award for my performance in that show. So I have those kinds of memories still stick very, very deep into my heart about that character. I really loved her a lot. She was a tough broad, you know. She was a tough broad.
Well, this is what I love about you, because you have such a vulnerability and a sensitivity to you as a person, because I know you personally, but you also lend that to all the characters that you portray, even when they are tough, that when you go on stage, you have within your craft, but also because you bring yourself into it, that relatability, that vulnerability, that beyond the tough, you can see when Avery plays it, ooh, that's in every woman. I know her.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well,
That's what I do too, and as you do, we try to infuse our characters. You cannot do it without infusing a bit of yourself. You cannot, you know. So
absolutely.
yes, and hopefully the better part of me comes out in my characters, you know.
Well, I've gotten to see you perform live on stage as well. A few years ago, you were in your CARBONELL Award nominated performance as another mama of sorts. I consider her the matriarch of Hairspray,
Yes,
Motormouth Maybelle.
yes, yeah. Oh,
And,
yes.
and to see you take that stage, downstage center, and to sing I Know Where I've Been.
Mhm.
I witnessed an audience applaud like I never have. And you know me, I hold my cards close when it comes to saying this, but to have a standing ovation in the middle of I had never witnessed it before, Ave. And you were able, you changed the molecular vibration of the room. What was that experience like for you, not only in that show, but playing that role and singing that song?
Well, my God, that song, it's an all the time song. I think of some things as all the time, meaning they will never go out of style because
Yeah.
that particular song, those lyrics mean so much. And every time I hear that song or every time something happens in our lives that is so profound, that song resonates once again, you know. And it was quite a journey to do that on a personal level. I had just lost my sweetheart. He passed away a week before we opened, so that was really an amazing experience to go through that, and then to have you come and surprise me. That
I'll never
I
forget
will
that.
never ever forget.
I
I
think I
will
had one of my
never forget
friends
that.
in the ensemble get you down the stage, and you're probably like, oh,
Yes.
why do I want to be dragged down? Maybe it
I
was a
was pin
two-show day.
curling my hair and I was, trying to get ready. And Avery, somebody's here to see you. And I was like, oh no, not in the middle of pin curling my hair. So, oh my God, I will never
Uh,
forget that.
to fly down to surprise you was one of the joys of my life. And in addition to your incredible career, Ave, on the stage, obviously you are doing so much within the film world, not only down in Florida, but all over. But I want to mention one person in particular that you starred with in this
Mhm.
PBS movie, Man from Left Field. You starred with, well, Reba McEntire and a gentleman by the name of Burt Reynolds. And Burt
Yes.
Reynolds was a person who was one of your best friends. And also it was a bond like no other. And I know probably such a tough question to answer, but if you could sum it up, what was that relationship and friendship like for you? And how did you meet him? Was it on that movie?
No, actually, it was in his theater. I was getting ready to do a show called Whose Life Is It Anyway with Gary Berghoff.
Wow.
And Bert had not been into the rehearsal. He was in California, and he came in one day and he surprised all of us. And it was like magic. It was magic when he walked into that rehearsal. And he just sort of decided that I was the person that he needed to befriend. And I'm so thrilled, so happy, because he really was a real mentor. He taught me things about the camera and about theater and the stage that I did not know. And I have been very, very blessed in my life and in my career to have people say, and they whispered nuggets in your ear, things that you can glom onto and hang onto for the rest of your life and your career. And that's who he was for me, always, always. And he always came to see my shows.
I know he always showed up.
He always showed up with a posse, and it was just when he passed away, it just has continued to leave a little hole in my heart because we talked like you and I are talking now. We talked just about once a week. And nobody knew that. It wasn't for public
You're right.
consumption. It was just my friend.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Avery, I'm so excited that you're coming on board this new social media platform because, when I think of you and your talent, I think of the word transcendent. I know I've been saying it a lot lately, but it's true. All these great artists, I feel like not only like a song like I Know Where I've Been from Hairspray has that timeless, timely quality. I feel like
Yes.
great talent, great artists, they have a transcendent quality that even if you don't speak the language of English, that
Yes.
you can understand the story because you're a storyteller. And I'm just so excited that you're coming on board and that for even more people around the world to get to know your talent and the possible collaborations from there being endless. I'm excited for you.
I'm excited too, Will, because I have not ever had very many what I consider handed down opportunities like this one seems to be for me. I've really gone out, thank God, and been able to push forward and make things happen for myself. But this coming from you is just, I don't have words. I don't have words. It's
Well,
just
listen, Abe,
wonderful.
even you're one of those friends where it's like I call them lifers. It's kind of
Yeah,
like we don't have to talk, Avery, for
right.
sometimes a year at a time. But like
Yes,
when we connect, either in person, on the phone, or even
yes.
here, it's just we're there.
Instant. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well,
And
I'm
that's going to make me cry because that's,
you see me tearing up a little bit too, Abe?
I know. Thank God for you in my life. I really, really mean that.
You got a
Because,
champion in me, Avery. You will
yeah.
always have a champion in me. You know that.
Yes, 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 I do. And you and me too. So I'm so proud of the work that you're doing. You're doing some amazing, amazing things for such a young fellow in this business. And you have your head on so straight and you know what you want to do and where you, like the song, where you've been and where you're going, you know? And I look at you and I see things that you post and I go, holy God, I know this young man, you know, I know you from when we giggled and grinned, you know, in the Colony Hotel way back. And I'm just so glad that I have an opportunity to connect with you here now as a little bit more mature young man, you know, with things, you're doing things, and I love that.
Who knew?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I love you, Abe, and I could speak to you forever, but I'm so grateful for your time today. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll see you very soon.
Can't wait. Bye.
Oh, bye, honey.
In the digital age, artists and bands struggle to make a living. In fact, only a small number of artists can live off their craft. For the 98% of artists that don't have the luxury of being signed to a label, it's tough. But artists deserve to live off their art. Wherever you are around the world, appreciation of music does not change. FENIX brings bands and their fans together, whilst allowing bands to properly monetize their passion. The FENIX app will directly connect bands and fans with no need for middlemen. We're utilizing the blockchain to give the power back to the artist once and for all. Join FENIX, join the change.